Yeah, we've really struggled with the serve pass game to start, which is normally one of our strengths. So to struggle there and to see the amount of service errors I think we had early was a little bit brutal. But that's kind of just the way this team plays. We play calm, composed, consistent, and we haven't been the greatest out of the box in a while. But really proud of how we've always just adjusted and competed and kind of let a match come to ourselves. And just know that we'll make some plays when we need to. So, yeah, really proud of our group. We just trust, we believe. We know the system's really good. And then when, I think Sliv was, pretty mediocre offensively in the first set, 82-50 at 320. By the end of it, he had to hit 500 or something, 600 in the last couple of sets. And then, Zach Bulthuis has been pretty elite in this NCAA playoffs at 9-17 today. Maybe we should get him more balls. I mean, I guess we should send him more often to get 9-17. Carter Schmidt, 6:15 on the left, like pretty elite stuff. So, yeah, proud of our group, proud of our fight, and Peyton Leader thunderbolted some balls there in the last set. So good stuff.
Zach, Coach mentioned your line tonight. You tend to perform best when the lights are brightest. I noticed in the national championship last year, and then tonight in the national semifinal. Talk a little bit about being able to carry such a large offensive burden as a middle, which is rare for some guys who are listed as middle blockers.
Well, yeah, it's all year long. GW always tells me I'm the middle blocker. I'm not a hitter. I gotta work on my blocking in practice every single day. So, just to know that my weak point is blocking, and I need to work on that more and more, and still be able to deliver at that high of a hitting percentage is amazing. Like last year, I think it's just a sport card. I like the sport card. Yeah, so I think it's an awesome opportunity just to show up for this team. But as I mentioned earlier, it's a whole team effort. Like I can't do that unless those guys are spread out in the offense, so they don't double and triple block me, so that Slivs is open to everyone else. So they're pulling everyone else, so I can also hit offensively, and just being able to show up when we need to is awesome.
Matt, Coach mentioned that you really caught heat with your offense in sets 2 and 3, and a large portion of that was through the Vic. When you've got Zach and David coming through the middle, obviously you're not seeing a whole lot of hands in that Vic, but just talk about the added layer of dynamism that gives to your offense when you and Carter are both so dangerous on that Vic run.
Honestly, it's our strongest point on our team is our middle Vic. I can't even imagine what it's like to go up against us with that. When we're passing well, you got Zach hitting 900 tonight, me and Carter jumping over him. I guess you just got to pick and choose who you want to block. I think that J-Dub has done a really good job with working with us to make that perfect.
I guess JW, just talk about the second set and the third set and getting out to those big leads, obviously with Bulthuis and Slivinski being a really big part of that.
Yeah, I thought we passed the ball better and got Zach more involved in the game. Particularly, we were just able to serve more consistently. I think the thing that we've hurt ourselves with a lot this season is we've scored maybe 1 point from the service line and then missed a ball. And 1 point from the service line and missed a ball. And I think it was Peyton Leader's float serve in set 2 that got us going, and got that ball in the Bullier. And when we can kind of make teams predictable with our service pressure and where we're putting it, it makes it easier for to defend us. I thought Zach Bulthuis, again, as he talked about, I talk a lot about the defensive side for him. Block touched a lot of balls in 2 and 3, and it made kind of almost in free ball situations on our side of the net. So, yeah, the service pressure got significantly better as the match went on. It made that offense predictable, and then we could kind of run some balls down in the backcourt, and Zach actually got a couple balls with his hands too. So it's just the service consistency that we need to bring tomorrow night if we want to beat Springfield.
So JW, looking at the box sheet here, obviously you guys are pretty dynamite from on the offensive side of things, but one of the things that I'm noticing here is you held Wentworth to hitting 156 today, and Wentworth was very noted for this year having one of the better performing offenses. What were some of the things you guys did to really clamp down on the explosion from that side of the court?
Yeah, I think it was interesting to watch on video. I actually told you this, Remus, before the match, that people weren't serving Laboulier. He takes so many swings for them that if you can make him do something else, and actually you saw in that third set they put Jack in, and he was like begging Jack to come closer and closer to him. So I think we just were able to make them predictable with our offense by getting our float serves on the Bullier. And we were able to make some good runs in rotation 4. They set Oshman and Laboulier so many volleyballs and we wanted to particularly put a float serve into that rotation to make sure that we would just air ourselves out and serve receive. And that worked in 1 and 2. And then we flipped to get Carter in that service pressure with a jump serve in 3. And while he brings a lot of pace from his jump serve, he actually locates it well and gets it in the court really often and doesn't make a whole ton of errors with it. So we put our more consistent servers in the rotation 4 when they were both in the backcourt, and then just kept the pressure on the Bulthuis and forced him to try to win by himself. And Kraft and I always talk about one guy's not going to beat us. We have so much talent in this team that one guy's never going to beat us if we can kind of make them predictable.
Slivs, question for you. Now that it's 20 minutes after and adrenaline's maybe worn off a little bit, that second to last play there on the collision, how are you feeling? Anything that maybe hinders you or your ankle or whatnot going into the national championship tomorrow?
I mean, I went down, but nothing's gonna hold me back from playing my best tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he came out and was okay. Yeah.
Speaking of playing your best, you guys had an incredible crowd tonight. The attendance is just over 2,000. I'd safely say we're looking at 95 to 98% Carthage supporters in attendance. Zach, Matt, talk a little bit about what it was like to have that support from your fellow students, from your fellow student athletes, from the Carthage community, and I definitely recognize a couple of alum up there. So what was that environment like out there on the floor tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning and I walked outside to go to my first class, and every single person, people I've never met before, are like, good luck tonight, good luck tonight, good luck tonight. Like, kick some butt, like, show up and win. And it was just amazing, like, seeing people like, hey, our whole team's coming, hey, our whole fraternity, our whole sorority, and everyone just, like, showing so much support has been amazing. I couldn't ask for a better crowd, better school that would show up and actually support us, especially all year long, and they definitely showed up tonight, and our alumni was texting, at least I know a couple of us, just, hey, we're showing up, kick some butt. Like, we're going to be there, we're going to be supporting you guys, like, this is the dream, like, go out and win it for all of us.
Thanks for delivering the PG version.
It is really nice to play at home. It's nice to sleep in my own bed and have thousands of fans here that are cheering for us. I think that put a lot of pressure on Whitworth tonight. I think that it definitely helped us in that last set too. With all that just cheering in the gym and just kind of like the vibe that was out there. I was just really happy to be part of the school and all those fans.
You guys really seemed to get stronger as the match went on, and it seemed like by the third set you were downright unstoppable. Is that been characteristic all season? I'm sorry I haven't seen you play yet, but just stuff like that, getting better as the match goes on. Are you playing like that most of the year? What's kind of like how'd you describe the identity of this club?
I would definitely say that's a lot of credit going to our staff and our coaching staff that are literally like watching film day in, day out up to every match. Like, and then once we see that in the game, we can identify tendencies, and when they get in tough spots, like they're gonna opt out to the best player, and we can see that as it's going on. We're communicating in front of the net, like this guy's not gonna go here, he's definitely gonna go out here, and just being okay with like making smart decisions, and if you get beat, you get beat. So we're able to identify what's going on, and as the match goes on farther and farther, we're able to knock down.
It's all about peaking at the right time. Obviously, we started off to a rough start this season, 0-3, and
Wow.
I still think tonight wasn't our best performance. We got a lot more to give, a lot more to show. But it's to go with starting off slow. Last year we were a 3-set team, won all our sets in basically 3.
Wow.
And this year we're like a 3 to 4 set team. Like it just takes a little while for us to warm up now.
And to follow up on that, you talk about it sounds like you're well prepared, obviously, to have all this success. Does that kind of quell is there any inherent pressure with, trying to do this 2 years in a row and just, I mean, how do you, mentally, how do you guys describe just how strong, some of you guys are and maybe the leadership that keeps you guys focused,
I think we've had a lot of tough moments this year, and it's made this run we've made at the end of the year just so much sweeter for me and hopefully for this group. Like last year, like we were just on fire the entire season long, and it felt like we could do nothing wrong, both as a staff and as a team. Like we were just rolling. And this year it started off pretty bad, going down 0-3, and then I think the pressure for me of this place and getting to host and wanting to get the environment we got today and all the work that John Swallow and Kelsey Peterson and Nate Stewart and Mike Swartz and John Sung and all the unsung people that put so much work into hosting this tournament, and for me, the pressure of just to get here was a lot. I think I credit this leadership group at a high level for believing in me. They're saying way too many nice things about me. This is not about me. It's how impressive this group is and how talented this group is. But to really trust and believe in each other, and to find ways to it's kind of the part of the season kind of relates to how we've played every match recently. Maybe we kind of stumble a little bit early, but we never stop believing, we never stop trusting, and we know that we're going to work our way into a match just like we worked our way into the season. So it's been a special year, and really excited we get to end it off with playing one of the best teams in the country in front of our home crowd with 2,000, 2,500 people here. It's a really special moment for us.
Talk about tomorrow a little bit, because obviously hosting a national championship at your own arena, what will that mean to you guys to be able to do that? So that was been a goal this whole playoff run, to get to not leave Tarbell.
Pun absolutely intended. We're playing with house money now. So really excited for this environment for a national championship at home. The pressure is fully off of us. We got to the pinnacle where we get to play with our home crowd, and what's better than playing against the other best team in the country? I think a lot of people have been looking forward to this matchup. I've been looking forward to this matchup all season long, and we're excited to go play some really good volleyball against a really good team.
And to speak about tomorrow.